All right, guys. So the Jets lose again, right? The Jets lose again. Another Sunday, another loss. 0-10 on the year, right? And I got to be honest with you. At this point, I'm pretty much numb to losing. I don't want to say I head into every single matchup expecting to lose, but when Adam Gase is the head coach of your football team, your chance of success is slim. It's bleak. You know for a fact players' strengths are not going to be taken advantage of. You know you're always going to be out prepared. You're always going to be out coached. It happens every single week. Every single week. But let's be honest with ourselves, right? Let's be real for a second. The thought process going into this game was that the Chargers were going to blow this team out, okay? Initially, they're a 10-point favorite, right? The Chargers were a 10-point favorite coming out of Vegas. Okay, so that's pretty telling as it is. Chargers have a much better roster, much better coaching staff. They're playing at home. The Jets are traveling across the country. And I get that the Chargers are, whatever, 2-win team or now a 3-win team. But, I mean, this is a team that continuously blows leads. They continuously barely lose. And Justin Herbert continues to just shred the NFL. I mean, this guy better win Rookie of the Year. This guy is an absolute monster, okay? An absolute monster. He looks like Matt Stafford out there just ripping passes downfield, stepping up in the pocket, extending plays, big body guy, just, delivering the football to a plethora of guys all season. I mean, hats off to Keenan Allen today, too. I think he had like 140-something yards with a touchdown grab. I think he actually had 15 catches or 16 some crazy number of receptions. Insanity. Okay, so Keenan Allen obviously was doing his thing out there. But I will say this, right? And I don't want it to sound like I'm giving or like I'm taking a moral victory in this. But the Jets only lost by 8 points, okay? If you were to tell me that, okay, LA's going to drop 30-plus points, they're a 10-point favorite, I'm looking at this roster, Bosa's going to be back, and the Jets were only going to lose by 8, I probably would have taken that going in, considering, just how bad this team has looked all season. But I mean, I just feel like this was one of those classic games, classic Adam Gase games, where you get decked in the mouth early, and it's game over. It's just no shot of coming back. And yeah, the Jets did have an opportunity. They put some points on the board second half. Okay, we have to give credit where it's due. Denzel Mims had a great catch up the sideline. Brashad Perryman had a great TD grab, which was pretty sweet, pretty awesome to see. So because Flacco has that big arm, it does open up the playbook for possible plays downfield. But really, I mean, within the first 15 minutes of actual time, right, not game time, actual time of kickoff, I felt like the game was over. And I think it goes back to that saying, you can't have nice things because you just spoil it or you ruin it. Like the Jets, they block a punt, they score a TD, and then they miss the extra point. Marcus May jars the ball loose from Keenan Allen, right? Incredible heads-up play in the red zone, taking points off of the board for the Chargers. And then Joe Flacco just gifts them a pick six on the very next play. I think it was first or second down. It's just a pick six on the 2-yard line. It was a horrible play call, like an out route to the far side of the field. What are we doing, So it just goes back to shooting ourselves in the foot, not being as talented as the other team, and being out-coached and out-prepared every single week. So when you take this young, inexperienced, thin, injury-riddled roster, frankly, worse than a lot of teams out there, and you combine that, you pair that roster up with a coach and a coaching staff that is easily the punchline of the NFL. I mean, they're a complete joke. Shane Steichen was humiliating Adam Gase. Okay, the 35-year-old Shane Steichen was humiliating Adam Gase today. Justin Herbert had 360-plus yards today, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Humiliated Gase. Okay, so it's just not a recipe for success. A bad roster, a young roster with tons of injuries, inexperienced, and you give them this coaching staff, it doesn't equate to wins. It doesn't stack up to a lot of wins. It just does not. And I feel like that's, I can't even get into Gase and that whole thing. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'll save that for another video this week. Maybe a Gase rant's coming. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But anyway, Jets lose to the Chargers. Everybody kind of expected it. Some players did flash, right? Bryce Hall was out there, made a couple good plays, got burned on a couple other plays, but he definitely has the body, the size to play that outside corner. Really excited to see him start getting some reps down the line. Obviously, Denzel Mims, we want to get him more involved. Only 3 catches today, but I think he had over 70 yards, 75 yards receiving, which was solid. Perine had a touchdown. Mekhi Becton looked great. No surprise there. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.